Y'all went to the reunion yesterday?
We went up that way. It started raining.
Yeah, that would throw me off.
That song gonna fit to get right too.
They got
That
still,
what-
they still,
They still out there. It stopped raining
Yeah,
eventually.
they start raining. People start coming back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
That would throw me off and start raining.
I got out and then I went inside the car. It stopped raining. I got out. It started back raining.
Yeah.
I came to the other end down where y'all was.
Mhm.
It just then I said, shit, this shit might not stop. And once I got to Wetumpka, the shit stopped.
Yeah.
finally stopped. They stayed out there. I stayed out there to about 9.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then I
That
left.
song gonna be blow.
It would blow though.
Yeah.
I know it was. I know it was.
Well, all right, we with another episode of the conversation, episode number 5. We got a new guest today, a special guest. Some of y'all might know him as the original CP3. Said it, boo.
Said it, boo.
Well, I know him as my youngest brother, Mr. Cedric Powell.
That's right. That's right.
What's up, man? What you been doing? What you been up?
Not much, man. It's good to be here with y'all. I just been doing the same thing, trying to stay out of everybody's way, make me a little money in the process. That's all.
Okay,
then.
that sounds good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
We've been talking last couple of podcasts. We've been talking basically about college football. We know about that time. It's coming around. What we got about 5 more weeks, 6 more weeks.
Yes, sir.
Countdown.
And I know you're an Alabama fan. I'm an Alabama fan. Reggie, he's an Auburn fan.
Yeah.
Polo tink tink.
Poor little tink.
We gonna see.
I think I don't know if the conversation gonna be more on Alabama and Auburn this year or Alabama and Georgia. You know what I'm saying? We gonna of course Alabama and Auburn gonna always be a hot topic.
Yeah.
And but you know we owe Georgia some payback. But what do you think about the team coming in this year with Alabama?
I think Alabama got the team this year, man. You look at both sides of the balls. If the receivers, if they got anything on the receiver core, Alabama in the ship this year because the defense gonna hold it down.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
defense gonna hold it down for Alabama. It's gonna be that old school. Bryce Young, don't make no mistakes, don't give the game away, and the defense gonna carry the team this year, man. So
Yeah.
I see y'all being pretty good.
Being pretty good.
I see. Y'all.
do you see us in the ship though?
Oh, I don't know. I see. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all got the squad to get in the ship, but Texas A&M, Georgia. They talking highly on Kentucky.
Kentucky.
You know, they talking about Kentucky competing with Georgia in the East.
I don't see that at all.
I'm just,
I don't
you
see
know,
that either.
that's what they say.
I don't see that at all. I ain't gonna lie. Georgia got that East locked up off the top. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, they got the talent to do it. But I see y'all, you know, y'all gonna do what y'all always do though. You know, y'all gonna have a great season. One critical mess up, and you know how that go.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all got it on both sides of the ball. You know, defense and offense. It's just like Cedric said, if y'all find some receivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, but you know, hopefully Alabama pull it off. Maybe they can pull it off. But what you think about? We've been debating about the NIL lately. How you think that's gonna affect college football? I say it's gonna. I don't know if it's a good thing and then it's gonna be a bad thing to that thing too.
Well, it's definitely a good thing that these kids getting paid now for the money that they're making. You know, college sports peers been making billions of dollars off of these young kids, man, and they need to get some of that. But college football, as we know it, is over.
Over with.
It's a done deal. It's gonna change dramatically. It's gonna be, might be like when the NFL first started, NFC and AFC, and I think that's what college football. You're gonna have 2 big leagues.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that was you were saying last time.
Semi-pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have 2 big leagues, and from those 2 big leagues, you're gonna probably have the playoffs probably expand to 8 teams.
Yeah.
And you know, you got to look at the teams like USC coming up because of where they're located and the money that's out there. Texas, of course, Texas A&M has already proven to show that they're gonna be spending money.
Yeah.
Then you got to look at Michigan and Ohio State, and can't forget Notre Dame. The only thing that I say about Notre Dame that'll stop them is their policy on academics.
Right.
You know, they're very selective about who they let on to their campus. So, and then you got to look at Phil Knight money with Oregon and that Nike money. So
they got it.
So they got
Texas money.
yeah.
They got Texas
So
money out there.
it's gonna change, man, for real. You're gonna have a few select schools that's gonna be the cream of the crop every year because of those NIL deals. I'm glad them boys getting that money though.
I am too. Man.
I'm glad they getting it, even though it's gonna change the sport.
You know, they should have been getting it legally.
Right.
You know, they was already getting it.
Yeah, they was already.
They was already getting it, but they should have been getting it.
Yeah.
Legally.
Yeah.
You know, but it's gonna pay major dividends. You know, just like the question you asked, both ways, because sometimes these kids can get this money, and they just go the opposite way.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you got to deal
That's
with.
the con.
You know, with giving this money, are they gonna stay dedicated? You know, or just train and try the draft?
Right.
You know. So, but yeah.
You gonna give it? But okay. What about your pro team?
Well, I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
right. That's right.
Man, and that's to me, I look at the Cowboys the way I look at the Raiders. You know, the Raiders was real good when Al Davis first took over, and then Al Davis took over too much
Right.
and got too involved in football operations. And Al Davis and the Raiders was nothing for a long time. And that's the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones first got there, he had football people around him. You know, he had Jimmy Johnson around him and other guys, and then he wanted to be too much involved in the football process.
Too much control.
You know, you don't know that. You know what you learn,
Right.
and now you think you're ready to take over, but as you can see, that's not the case. And so being a Cowboys fan hard right now because I don't see it getting any better.
Dallas missing that killer instinct.
Yeah.
They need somebody over there that's gonna breed that into them, because they done lost the killer instinct that
Right.
the Dallas Cowboys used to have.
Right.
You know, and you know they start off good, but it's like they lose their mojo somewhere down the line. They just lose it, and the whole
can't
season
get it
is
back.
gone.
Yeah.
You know?
They like you said, it's not the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, it was a long way from that, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I say it's a Tony Romo curse. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Because ever since Tony Romo, man, it seemed like that's when I kind of got off the bandwagon. I said, you know what? I had enough of this. You know what I'm saying? After he didn't produce, he produced, but
He produced, but
he
he just couldn't win
he couldn't
when he
win.
needed to
When
win.
he needed to win.
Because Romo wasn't a bad quarterback.
No, he wasn't a bad quarterback, but I think they in my opinion, they stayed with him for way too long.
Yeah.
I agree with
I
that.
think
Yeah.
that's
I
what I'm
agree
trying
with
to
that,
say.
yeah.
They stayed with him for way too long when they should have been changing. I back then I seen Dallas trade some guys that I was like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Why did you
Yeah.
trade him?
But I never liked Tony Romo. I
I
ain't
think
like
they
it.
still paying Romo, ain't
They might be. I ain't like him ever since he dropped that ball in Seattle when he was going for that extra point.
Yeah.
I woke up my whole house that night cussing, man. So I never really
That was heartbreaking.
cared for as far as being a Cowboys fan and quarterback and believing in him. You know, I ain't see it.
But I know one thing: if Dallas don't use Pollard more, they ain't gonna do too much of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a weapon that we got that we don't. You know, we don't use it like we should use. it.
Right. And that boy run hard. too.
Yeah, yeah.
He run
yeah.
hard.
You know, and you know, like I said, I hear the talk. They saying it might be Zeke last year. Well, okay. Well, you know, we been seeing that coming because
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
declined from his rookie year. You know, he ain't never been the same. You
No.
know, he's been on decline since then. You got a young thoroughbred like Pollard that wants the ball and needs the ball, and I kind of think this year they're gonna kind of divide it up to give him more touches because they don't have no other than C.D. Lamb. They don't have no proven really ready receiver because Gallup's still kind of hurt.
Yeah, he coming back.
But they picked up this cat Washington.
Yeah.
You know, I like him. I watched him play when he was at Oklahoma State. He's nice receiver, speed. So it's still gonna fall on Dak's back.
Yeah.
You know, Dak is still iffy to me.
Yeah, but sadly enough to say, I don't even think we win the division this year. I
Hey,
really don't. I
not-
think that's
not-
gonna
not
fall.
what Philadelphia done did.
That was
You know
my
what I'm
answer
saying?
right there. They don't did, and they don't did it. They don't went out and got some players.
You know, not what Philadelphia
so-
did.
So it's gonna be tough to watch.
We got to be clicking on all cylinders
Yeah.
for us to compete with Philadelphia this year because Philadelphia got the receivers. They got a quarterback that was already a pro quarterback. Really, that's always been his style.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying to me. So, yeah,
It's
the
gonna
Eagles,
be tough.
the Eagles gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting season. But switching gears once again to local sports. I created a little controversy here a while back when I posted a picture and said this was the second best basketball team we talk about history. It was y'all, whatever, what was that?
There was
89,
90.
89, 90 team.
90, man.
And I got all kind of comments on that, man.
Yeah.
Teddy kind of reminded me, and he counted both teams that Lewis played on as two
Right.
separate teams. I would count that as one team. I
one.
say that was the best team to ever come through. We talk about. He was right. You know, it was two separate years.
Yeah.
And then he said something about Big Oop. Now I was like,
Big Oop
wow.
had a nice squad.
Yeah, I was too young to remember that one. I don't even think I was
Mhm.
going to basketball game at the time.
I think they lost in the semifinals.
Semifinal.
On the last second shot or something. They was undefeated at the time.
Yeah.
Probably was
Okay.
ranked number 1 at the time.
In the state.
But y'all team, man, yeah, y'all could be in the top 3.
Yeah.
I see, cause y'all had everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, me and you was in we was in the Navy. then,
Yeah, we
right?
was in the military.
So,
I think I saw a couple of games.
Y'all missed the show.
I saw a couple of games.
Probably saw about 3. I used to come
Yeah,
home.
I
Now,
saw a
you
couple
know.
of games.
But I was very impressed
Yeah.
with the squad y'all had, and I just knew y'all was gonna win state that year.
We
You know, I
should have
didn't-
won it.
I
We
didn't-
shoulda
Who
won
all
it.
y'all had? I know it was you, Rodney,
Rodney
Maurice
Thomas,
Mike.
Maurice Mike, Clarence Bowman, Vince Washington,
Vince Washington.
Cedric Bowman,
Cedric Bowman,
Ryan Bikes,
Ryan.
Anthony Thomas.
Oh, Anthony was on that
yeah,
team?
Anthony was on
Okay,
that
for some
team.
reason I
Terry
thought-
Mitchell.
Yeah, Rat falling out the
No, I thought he was. For some reason, I thought he was.
He's falling from the
was.
rafters.
I thought he was young and came
Yeah,
out.
I was talking to my son the other day.
I was thinking Ratnam played with Tinkham now.
No, Rat played with
Rat
us.
played with y'all,
Yeah,
okay.
I was talking to my son the other day about Rat and his hops, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it
Hey, man,
before or after.
That cat, he was a gymnast first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He
He can flip, yeah.
He was major.
Yeah.
I mean, Olympic type
Hey,
form and everything.
That's what
perfect.
that's what
Everything
I'm
was
saying.
like perfect. And he transformed that into basketball, and he was jumping higher, I think.
Yeah.
Because Rat was what, maybe about a 5'10"
Yeah.
at the most.
at best.
But
Yeah.
he
At
probably had a
best,
50 inch
5'10".
vertical.
Yeah.
You know, probably had a 50 inch vertical, man.
And I remember one of the games I went to was actually the Thanksgiving tournament up at Hope. And man, when I said Jim was rocking,
Yeah.
it was off the chain. It was just so much excitement
Yeah.
about that team, man. And,
But that whole year was packed though for him.
Yeah.
I caught them when they played at home one time. I think they played Stanhope. I think y'all beat Stanhope. I think y'all bust the clock on
We
Stanhope.
bust the clock on them.
Yeah.
We blew them out.
Yeah, y'all blew them. Y'all did them
You know,
ugly, man.
yeah, we did 'em
I
dirty.
think y'all had about 15 dunk. Everybody dunked that night, I think.
everybody
I
could.
think
though.
everybody dunked, almost.
Yeah.
I know Terry Mitchell dunked. Rodney probably dunked about 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Gunk probably went up with 3 people on his back.
Yeah.
It just went straight up and dunked.
Yeah.
Manute dunked. Of course, Rat dunked.
Yeah.
Ryan, Ryan gonna shoot. Man, y'all had a total.
We had a
Total
fun
team,
squad that year. We had
Y'all
fun
had
all the
two
way
squads.
around, man. Yeah, we did. We could cut sub 5 at a time,
Right.
and not miss a step.
So what happened?
And really, I remember the team Dora, and Dora just got lucky. Now they had a decent team. They had a decent team.
Y'all was ranked what?
We was ranked third in the state, I
State at
believe.
that time?
Yeah,
That's what's
at
up.
that time we were ranked third in the state. They had a decent team. They had this little point guard, man. He was fast,
Right.
you know. But we had the better squad, and we was up, and we come down, and I think we might have been up 2, in maybe less than a minute, and Ryan pulls up for a shot, open shot, right? Instead of running the clock, letting somebody foul or whatever, shot goes in and comes out. It circles the rim, come out. They kick it out. Dude step across half court. I don't think he had made a basket all game.
All game.
Yeah, and just
Throwed it up.
and they didn't touch
Wow.
nothing but the bottom of the
Wow.
net.
Ah, man.
Wow, that was a heartbreaker.
That was a heartbreaker, man, and that's what
And
happened.
y'all was going to state after the.
They were going to state next game. We won that. Dora went to state, lost first round.
Yeah.
You know, so, but yeah, that was a heartbreaker.
Who won it that year?
Oh man, I think Central.
Central?
Yeah, Central Phoenix. I
Phoenix.
believe it was the team that won it.
Yeah.
And they had a guy that ended up going to the University of Alabama. And I always said if we had went to state, we would have had several people probably
Oh, yeah.
get offers.
Oh, yeah, y'all would've had-
Because back then, you know, we didn't have YouTube and all the
You didn't get the
media
publicity.
publicity
we didn't
that
even
they
have
have
the
now.
athletic program.
Right, exactly.
You know, to pushing it.
And you
Exactly.
about had to go to state in order to get the
Yeah, to get the
notoriety.
I don't
recognition.
even think they was even filming. Well, I know they didn't film none. Maybe 1 or 2 of our games.
Yeah.
Not really basketball. Now they were filming football.
Yeah, yeah.
They were filming
Oh,
football.
that's all that went.
They were filming football.
You know.
I guarantee you, it's a bunch of tapes,
Yeah.
probably from the '70s in football. You found too many basketball
on the
films.
real.
They wasn't
Nah,
studying
they
basketball
wasn't-
team,
wasn't-
man.
They weren't doing too much for the basketball program after Lewis now. It just seemed like the basketball program went down, and it had nothing to do with the talent.
Yeah, it did.
You know.
It did.
It wasn't talented people come through there in
Yeah.
basketball.
One of them right there.
Yeah,
one
most
of them sitting
definitely,
right
most
there.
definitely. But like you say, they wasn't
They
pushing
weren't
nothing.
promoting it.
We
and
didn't have a
pushing it.
program.
Yeah.
You know, to push it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that 90 team, man, I consider that one of the best teams that came through Wetumpka too, man. Twickenham had a nice squad.
They did.
You know,
They did.
that little run they had, they had two-year run they had with him
Yeah.
and Moomie
And Mikey.
Mikey and all
yeah.
them. Yeah, you
Yeah, I
know.
thought they were going to state.
Yeah.
I walked in the
Yeah.
gym singing that Wetumpka was going to state. Cause I
Right.
walked in, they was up by 20, you know, and man, I
And they
just
lost.
yeah,
They lost 20-point
they
lead.
lost 20 points because they first and this is what you don't do. If I'm coaching anyway, you come out your team up by 20 because you running them out the gym. You come out second half and you stop running.
Yeah.
They went into a stall.
Yeah.
That's where they
yeah.
messed up.
That's where they messed up at because now the other team's still trying to score.
That wasn't even their game anyway.
It
though.
wasn't their game
They
at all.
stalled. You know, they was a running gun.
They was running
squad.
gun.
Yeah.
They get down the court. They take 1 or 2 dribbles and this shot's up.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and they start stalling. They stalled the whole third quarter. Team climb back in because they still trying to score. Fourth quarter, now you gotta play basketball.
Now you got to play.
Everybody cold.
Everybody cold.
You know, so that's what messed them up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yep.
But yeah, them boys had a nice.
They
nice
did.
run.
They had a good run.
I think that year, they went on a 15, 16 game win streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they was ranked too.
Yeah. Probably
yeah.
so. Probably so.
But I really don't even know who the basketball coach is over there now, though.
I don't know who it is now.
I think the last time we talking had a squad is when what the guy name went to Georgia Tech to play football.
Washington Cat.
Not Washington.
Oh, Jamal.
Jamal.
Jamal Golden.
And Jamal was over
Yeah.
there.
Mm.
And since then I ain't really heard nothing else about him. You know what I'm saying?
That was a nice athlete too.
Yeah,
Jamal.
he was tight. And they had a pretty good squad.
Yeah.
I don't think they didn't have near about the weapons that y'all had, or even y'all,
Yeah.
and or Tinker now.
Yeah.
But they made a nice little run.
I was talking about for us him in football.
Oh yeah.
That boy did some amazing stuff on that football.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
He
was.
got Player of the Year that year. I think his senior year. I think he got Player of the Year.
Yeah. High school.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I was like,
did.
wow, that was a major accomplishment.
Oh yeah.
You know, he was all state everything. I
Yeah.
think he was voted one of the 12 best players in the state all that year. He won a lot of awards that year.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was tight. So you retired military, retired Air Force, right? What
Yep.
you was a master sergeant?
Senior master sergeant.
Senior master sergeant.
E8.
Well, E8.
Yeah, E8 in Air
Oh,
Force.
that's the top of the
So-
enlisted list, ain't it?
Yeah,
E8?
E9 is
E9?
chief is the top. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, E9. That's right.
But if you had to convince somebody, a young person, to go in the military today, what would you say to convince him that is the place? Because I always say, and I still got a thing. Like I said in another podcast, Malcolm X said prison second best place to college. I said no, the military the second best place to college. If you need to get yourself
Yeah.
together,
Oh yeah.
Get a start.
if you ain't going to college, technical school at the least, you need to be going to that military. Unless you got a hell of a job waiting on you somewhere. But I don't see where you can go wrong.
Right.
You know.
Well, I teach junior ROTC now, and so I tell you what I tell my kids. I say go to college if you can afford it.
Yeah.
If you can afford it. If you can't afford it, meaning you got to rack up all kind of debt to get through college, find something else to do.
Right.
All right. Second thing is the military, because it can pay for college.
Right.
You know, I got my bachelor's degree while I was in the military.
Yeah.
And then still had money in my GI Bill, to pay for school that I passed on to my kids, because they was allowing you to do that at the time. So now my kids go to school for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think the benefits just.
Oh, was we able to do that? Pass the GI Bill?
I don't know if you could pass it.
You could. I don't think so.
I
It
don't
was
think you
post
could pass it.
9/11
Yeah.
I think
when
we
you
had a
could pass
certain
it.
amount of
You had
years
a certain amount of years to
Yeah,
use it
okay.
back
Yeah,
then,
to
because I
use it.
actually lost mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had GI Bill and I never used it.
Right.
And when I thought about it, it was like a
was
year
over.
later. I'm serious. Like a year. I was like a year late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it
Yeah.
it did.
So yeah, they'll pay for school. It's just so many reasons to join. I don't see any cons in it. You know, the benefits. You know, you got your health care. Then you got any bank gonna give you a loan.
I tell them that all the
It-
As long
time.
as you show that green card,
That's
you
it.
can get anything.
You gonna get a loan from a bank from whatever you
A
want
car
to.
or whatever.
Yep.
You gonna get anything.
A house.
Yeah.
You know, VA loans. You know, so there's that in 4 years, man. 4 years go by so fast. You know that is
It's
crazy. It's definitely worth
It's
it.
worth it.
If you don't want to stay in, you go in, you figure out it ain't for you.
Yeah.
And I went in, it wasn't for me, but it was so easy what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I wish I had stayed in.
I just-
all because.
Yeah, I just stayed. I was like, shit, this is an easy job right here. I was like, I want to go home, but this too easy. This
Yeah.
easy money. So I stayed and, you know, said I'd do 4 more years, and those 4 more years turned into 4 more years. You know,
Yeah.
then before I knew it, I had 25 years in a retirement. So,
Right.
yeah, I rack up everything. You know, I tell people, you go Air Force. If you can't go Air Force, go Navy. If you
Right.
can't go Navy, honestly, I tell them go Marines, because Marines, you either gonna love it or hate it. And then if you hate it, you're gonna get out, but they gonna teach you, you know, how to conduct yourself
Exactly.
in almost
Discipline.
any environment. And then if you don't want to do that, go Army, you know. So
And I tell people that if there is a con, the only con is you're gonna be away from home.
That's
But
it.
as a teenager, as a young man, mostly if you trying to make something out of yourself,
Right.
that's just history. That's what young men do.
exactly.
You know, you can look back in history. Most men leave home
Yeah.
to make something of themselves, then they come back if they choose to.
Right.
If you go out to college, you leaving home.
Right.
If you go out in the military, a lot of jobs. I mean, you can get a job in your hometown, but then that's when you run into, I think that's when you run into limits.
Oh yeah.
Because there's only so many jobs in that place, unless you're in a big city like New York or Atlanta or somewhere. But in rural areas like this, there's only so many jobs.
Right.
I was thinking about something the other day. It's like when, and it's kind of messed up. But when we left high school, it was guys that was here and it was guys that was here.
Yeah.
If you look around now, it seems like everybody here.
Yeah.
What happened? You know, everybody around here the same level.
Yeah.
So what happened? My thing is limitations.
Yeah,
you
right.
stayed here, now there's limits.
Well,
That's
And,
right.
and the average job
And
that
then you get
everybody
comfortable.
get,
Oh, yeah.
that you get, everybody can get them.
oh yeah.
Right.
And not nothing wrong with that, you know, guys came up.
Right.
But those guys that was
Already up there.
already up and,
Yeah.
and popular and had the personality,
Yeah.
you know, when they stayed here, that would allow the other guys to catch up with them
Catch up.
and not really
Right.
prosper like you think they should have
Right.
prospered.
Right.
So
You're exactly right, though.
I think that's one of the things about when you stay, and that's not all cases. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody, but I think that's one of the things when you limit yourself.
Right.
You know, the military was one of the best things I ever did.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not even gonna lie. That taught me so much that I use to this day.
It showed me
You
so
see what I'm
much.
saying?
And then you get around other people too from different walks of life.
Exactly.
You know, and that was me. I was fortunate enough to get around guys from different walks of life, and they were able to teach me stuff. And that's how I actually kind of survived the military.
Right.
I had this brother. He was from East St. Louis, right? Harvard graduate.
Yeah.
And he
From East St. Louis?
from East St. Louis.
Yeah, okay.
From East St. Louis.
Hey, that's grinding
So
right there.
that's grinding. So he was a brother. He called me into his office. I was working for him. He called me. He said, "Powell, let me tell you. He like, you can be yourself, but sometimes you got to be somebody else. You're gonna have to walk two sides. Because I'm working in a legal profession. He was a
Right.
lawyer. I'm paralegal. He said, you're gonna have to walk two sides. And he said, you just got to play the game.
Right.
You know, and he kind of explained to me what I needed to do. I said, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
You know, and since then, you know, I was professional, Sergeant Powell, a senior master Sergeant Powell in the office, but I was Cedric away
Right.
from
Yeah.
that setting. You
Right.
know, I just be myself or whatever. But
Right.
and that's what I try to
You
tell
know, when you're professional,
my
you
kids.
have to put that professional face
Oh,
on.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that's for them. But you always got something for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you always gonna be you, but you're professional, you're a professional.
Right.
You know, you gotta dress up for that.
Yeah.
And then one other thing you learn in the military, you touched on, you run across a lot of good people. I still
Oh, yeah.
hang out with guys that I met. Man, I met when I was 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? And they all the same guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that a lot of these guys, you only around them a year or two. But when you're around somebody a year or 2 years every day,
every day, that matters.
every single day, you get to know them folks.
Yeah.
Them folks get to know you. That it's like you gonna always know them. Whether you, cause these guys, after I left the Navy in '91, I didn't run back into them until like 2011.
Right.
Yeah.
You see
20
what I'm
years
saying?
later.
Because
Right.
of social media.
Right.
And one of
That's
the
how I
guys from
keep up.
Atlanta, so every time we go to Atlanta, I look at the phone book. Hell, there's too many dogs. I be calling all day, and I never saw his name. But it's like when I reconnected with them guys, it was the same thing. It was the
Yeah.
same. We joked the same.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
did the same. We picked at each other the same. And it was like, man, you build a camaraderie,
Right.
and that's not even matched, I think, even with at home.
Right.
Because these folks are so different from you, but they the same. Y'all like
Same.
the same stuff,
Same.
you know, and they come from different walks of life, you know, up north, down south,
Right.
out west, and you just see how you can still bond with a person even though, you know, y'all ain't even from the same place.
Well, that
you know what I'm
bond
saying?
gonna be everlasting though.
Oh, yeah.
Because for one thing, when you're in the military, the people that you choose to be your friends, y'all depend on each other the whole while y'all around. You know, that's who y'all, you know,
Gonna hang out with, gonna
Right.
look out,
hang
watch your
out
back.
with, you know, you gonna watch your back because you know how it is in the military.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You know,
You in a different city, a
You
different
know.
place all the time, so you really do. You
So-
know, I remember they used to teach that, you
Yeah.
know, the buddy system.
Buddy
where you
system,
Go
you
out
know,
on town
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Never go out there by yourself, but I did, you know.
You know,
But
and,
it's
you know, of
best
course,
not
and they're
to.
gonna tell you don't leave the main strip.
Yeah.
And I'm all the way back in the jungle.
You know, the crazy thing, I did 4 years in the Navy and I never touched a ship.
For
That's
real?
the craziest thing, man.
Well, I was blessed to be on a big carrier. My 4 years, not the little ships, the big ships.
Yeah.
But we stayed out to sea, but it was like riding on the Cadillac on the water.
Yeah.
We didn't feel what them little ships feel. So it was cool. It was a smooth ride. It's just that you're out there.
Yeah.
And that's all you see.
Yeah. And like I said, if you're a young person, you ain't got nothing else to do, man. And I see it a lot. And I guess I don't know, did we do that? I don't think we did that.
I don't think so.
You know, I know we hung out, but I know after high school, it's like everybody was trying to do something.
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
Was trying to do something.
Yeah.
Most of us went
It
to
was
the military.
time.
Yeah, exactly. Because we hung out during high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We hung out so much during high school in
Right.
them days, all the way back junior high, growing up right there in Wetumpka.
Yeah.
At that point, it was like, hey, it's time to figure something out
It's time
now.
to figure something out.
You
Like,
know.
we didn't max this out.
Either this or
know.
go up there to National where everybody else at.
For real.
Go up to National. You know,
That was,
hey, you'll be lucky you got a job at Tallwater.
Well, plant, right?
Yeah, at that plant at
Yeah.
National. That's about it, man. But I see so much of these guys hanging out, and I guess once you get a lot older, you see things differently. And you know, they free to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, the time you don't understand the time you wasting right now. Wait till you get 50.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna be like, nah, I wasted a lot of time,
There's
man.
a lot of time and they still ain't seen that.
Ain't
Ain't
seen
seen
nothing.
that, ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah.
I just think it's a good deal.
It's a great
Yeah.
deal, man.
You know,
I told all my sons, you know. But
And it's not that you gotta go. Some guys do have plans, and you know, you can land your nice job here. You know what I'm saying, or in Montgomery, in any other city. But if you wanna, and I say this, if you can afford to wait around on that job, you know what I'm saying. Kind of like if you can afford to go to college. If you can't afford to go wait around on that job, like, you know, mama and them struggling and
Right.
they trying to take care of you, go to the military. Like you say, you're going to automatically, your credit good off the top. You're going to get paid. They're going to feed you. They're going to house you. They're going to close you.
Right.
I don't see how you could lose. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see, like I said, I don't see no cons in it myself. You know,
Yeah.
other than being away from your family. You
and
know,
then the kids nowadays, they need to taste the military.
you're right.
Just for the discipline
The
side.
discipline.
You know, because I can say it for myself. If I hadn't went to the military and got that discipline side from them, you know, embedded in my mind, I mean, you know, it's no telling how you would turn out.
And then
because you would have, if you never went to the, you know, this is how I see it. If you don't try the military and go through that, you'll never be able to take nothing. You understand? You'll
Yeah,
never be able to
right.
deal with nothing. That's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
And come out in a positive way. Everything will hit you like, it's, you know, it's
ton of
the last,
bricks.
you know, it's
Yeah.
and that's one thing I really could say that the military really did for me. It gave me some discipline.
The discipline, and not only that, they put you out there so far at an early age.
Oh, yeah.
You know the responsibilities you
Right.
have. I don't care if you just driving a tank, but that's $1 million piece of equipment
Right.
that you're in charge of at 17, 18, 19 years old. I remember when I was in on Desert Storm. I got a letter of commendation somewhere where I spent $18 million. And I didn't even realize. I was like, you know, ordering supplies naturally, lumber, concrete, and different stuff. Cause we, you know, there was a lot of work over there.
Yeah.
Cause we were basically building bases.
$18
You know
million
what I'm saying?
that came through your hand.
Yeah.
You didn't
I
realize.
don't-
Didn't even know it.
Wrote out $18 million worth of invoicing, and they give you that type of responsibility
Right.
to where if you do get out, a lot of things that you're gonna do in the civilian world, yeah, they're gonna be a piece of cake, to be
Oh,
honest with
yeah.
you.
And they give you those transferable skills too. You can walk out of what you're doing in the military right
Right.
into a job. And you being a military veteran, applying for a job, and somebody's not being a military veteran, all things being equal, they gonna hire you for one simple reason.
Yeah.
They know you're gonna come to work every day.
Yeah.
They know that. Because that's what you don't go to work in the military.
Yeah.
You gonna go somewhere.
You gonna go somewhere.
Damn sure ain't finna lay down all day.
Right.
You gonna go somewhere.
Right.
Either that or you ain't gonna be able to go nowhere after you go to work because they gotta take that money.
Oh,
Boy, they
yeah.
take that money. Boy.
Yeah, so it's a good deal to me.
But yeah, I was blessed to see the world in the military, man. Within them 4 years, I saw a lot, and I kind of hate I did. I kind of wish I didn't see as much my first tour, cause I was done. I was done with the water and all that after my first 4 years, man. And I just wish I had went to a base
Mm-hmm.
before the ship.
Yeah, that base, being on base is totally
Yeah.
different, man. It's more like I think it's more like a job. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
guys live off base, and you just go on base to work, and a lot of times just to party. To be honest with you, be honest with you,
But I regret every day getting out, though.
yeah.
I do, because especially when I hit like 38, 39, it was still in great health. And, you know, I could have been set.
Right.
You know, so that's another thing that these youngsters need to look at. Them 20 years gonna fly by.
Man.
I mean, they gonna, you know, you're gonna wake up and be all the way in your 10th year and not even realize it.
Right,
This is
yeah.
how fast time is going now. So, yeah, man, the military would be a great choice, because, you know, it might take some of us the military first before we even really get the most out of school.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to condition your mind
Oh yeah.
to be able to learn.
Oh yeah. So how is it like teaching ROTC? Is it how you for like dealing with the kids every day?
Teaching ROTC, that's the most rewarding job I ever had.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm able to teach brown and black kids from humble beginnings, like I came from humble beginnings, and I'm able to show them, you know, hey, this is what you can do with your life.
Right.
You know, and I boil it down to them, like I said, if you can afford college, which a lot of them can't, mom and dad ain't got the means, go to college. If not, join the military if you want to go to college. And some of them do. A lot of our kids don't, though. We get maybe about 3-4% of our graduates that'll join the military.
Right.
All right, but we teach them life skills.
Yeah.
All right. This is how you need to conduct yourself. This is how you need to go for an interview. We teach all of that. So teaching them and seeing them understand and believe in what you're telling them.
Right.
You know, because it's different. I teach African American kids, and believe me, and this is why the guy hired me when he called me up. He called me up. He said, "You African American?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, I can talk to you. I want to talk to you now." And basically, what he told me, he said, "I'm retiring. My counterpart is going to retire also, and I want to make sure that there's at least one African American in this position."
Right.
He
Yeah.
said, "Because we can talk to these kids
Right.
and say stuff to them that if anybody else of a different race says to them, it'll be
Yeah,
considered.
it might be a problem.
It'll be a problem."
Yeah.
And you know, so he said, "I just want you to come take a look." And I went, and I said, "Okay." And it was it's Title I school, but I was like, "Okay, I can handle this here." And it's good teaching those kids.
Oh,
you know?
yeah?
Yeah. And now all of them don't want to learn. You know, I've been cussed out.
Yeah.
So how you
know?
deal with that when they
Yeah.
when they want to?
Well, it just depends. I had one. And I'm gonna tell you, it depends on the parent. Because I had one little girl cuss me out, but I didn't know her family, but her auntie had already called up to the school and talked to me and said, "Hey, does she supposed to have a uniform on today?" I said, "Nah, that's next week." She said, "Okay, I was just checking." So when she cussed me out, I said, "I got you already because I know you got concerned parents at home."
Yeah.
So I called up and her grandmama answered the phone,
Right.
and I said, "Hey, I just had a problem with your student, with my cadet." And her grandma said, "Okay, I'm on my way up there."
When grandmama coming, we got a problem.
She said, "I'm on my way up there." I said, "No," I said, "There's no need." I said, "You could talk to her when you got home." You can talk to her when she get home. I'm sure everything gonna be okay. She said, yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can believe that. And she came back to school the next day, apologized
That's
to
what's
me.
up. That's
Yeah.
You know, so that's one instance. Other instances, I got a counterpart. If I know I can't do anything with the parent at home, I just send them here and say, okay, I'm not gonna deal with you anymore. So we kind of play good cop, bad cop. You go over to the colonel, and the colonel's gonna deal with you. Whatever issues you got, don't bring them to me, because after you don't disrespecting me, I can't do nothing for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm just here. I'm here to help you get out of these four walls of this building and be able to do something productive with your life.
Right.
So, you know, that's it just depends on the kid.
Yeah.
You know.
But all in all, it's a rewarding job.
Yeah, it's very rewarding. It's
Yeah,
very
no, it's-
rewarding.
Yeah.
I got kids now that they graduated I've been doing it for 5 years, and they come back to the school. They'll come back there and see us, man. That's the best feeling, to see them come back and tell us what they've done, whether it's graduated college or some of them in the military, or you
Yeah.
know, if they've gotten a trade or whatever the case may be. You know,
So do you see, like, by the kids being in the ROTC program, do you think that make a difference?
Yeah, in honestly, I think it should be mandatory that everybody does 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
Junior ROTC. I think it should be mandatory that everybody does 1 year, because all of our counselors, the other teachers, the administrators, they tell us that we got the most or the best behaved students in the building.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they thank us all the time for what we do in the building. And like I said, a lot of kids, what happens is you get a PE credit for doing junior ROTC in South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
So if they don't want to go to PE, they come to junior ROTC. So we get some kids like that.
Yeah.
But even after that 1 year, some of them stay because they find it fun. They do all 4 years. But others, even if they get out, they still say, hey, I've learned, you know, how to study. I've learned the discipline I need to be a better student, and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
so that's the reward on that side.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Sound good. You got anything you want to add? Man, what would have did if Will Smith would have slapped you on stage?
Yeah.
I would have been on his ass like back pockets.
Hey, man.
To quote Drake, I would have been on him like back pockets. Will would have messed up the culture for everybody, man. And
Yeah.
I applaud Chris Rock for taking it like a G.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because that
Exactly.
would have been a bad look.
Hey, man.
You know, two professional black actors, millionaires, and we up there scrapping.
Yeah.
Because I don't have an enemy to just say, you know, wow. I'm not built that way.
No?
I'm not. I'm not built that way. He, you know, I would have got out of my tux and got into the same one he had on.
Yeah, I'm talking about all the way.
All the way in. You know, we would have been wearing the same suit, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm not built for no man to just slap me in my face and
That
then
was
just turn you back and walk off on me. I'm not built that way, man.
Laughing?
Laugh, yeah,
You
with a
know?
grin on his face.
That was some hell of a restraint.
Man,
you
it
know what
was.
I'm saying? And
It
You
was.
know, it's like you said, I applaud Chris Rock, man.
Yeah.
But I'll still be waiting for him somewhere.
I like to think I could have refrained myself, man.
I couldn't.
I like to think I could
I had to slap him in
man.
the back of his head or something. I'll be waiting for him
and
somewhere.
Shannon
man.
Sharp said this. Shannon Sharp took it a step further. Shannon Sharp said, every time I see you, we got to go around. Every time I see you, we going to have to fight on site.
It's fight on site.
On site.
Yeah,
that
man.
just, man.
That was
and,
kinda-
and Will Smith, like I said, I use him in a lot of my motivational talks. I play his videos or whatever, man. But that was wrong on so many levels, man.
That was the wrong way to handle that.
Yeah,
business. When you know he brought his home situation to that stage
Yeah.
that night, because that's all that was,
Yeah.
man.
And you said you could restrain yourself.
I think I could have at this point in time in my
better
life.
man than
I
me.
think I could have. You know, like I was saying, with that type of money involved, because if Chris Rock would have beat the shit out of Will Smith up there, he was gonna be the bad guy.
He would have been
Right,
a bad guy.
At the end of the day, he was gonna be the bad
Yeah.
guy, no matter what. Cause they already love Will Smith to
Right.
death, so he was gonna be the bad guy. And I think he would have got cancer.
Chris
Think
Rock,
so?
I know he would have got cancer. They already want to
wouldn't have
cancel him
been as-
anyway.
It wouldn't have been as easy for him to bounce back like it's gonna be
Right.
easy for
Will Smith.
Will.
Right.
Yeah.
See, but right now, like, you know, they got Will messed up right now, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, they might bring that bad
Yeah,
boy back.
I
but,
seen where they were still trying to
but
back in talks. They wasn't doing nothing, but they was talking about it. But he'll bounce back.
He will, because the money involved.
right.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you. Somebody gonna pay
Yeah.
when they know they gonna make $100 million
Oh, yeah.
and get him 20 of it. Somebody
Yeah.
gonna pay for him to do
yeah.
something. You familiar with Charleston White?
No.
You never heard of Charleston
Yeah.
White? Okay, well we're gonna leave it alone. Charleston White is a social media dude.
Yeah.
He talk. I don't know. If he talk reckless.
He talk real reckless.
A lot of people say he makes sense. Cause he talk. His main platform is he talk down about rappers.
Yeah.
Gangster rapper. I'm talking about he
Okay.
talk bad about them. He talk. I'm talking about Nipsey Hussle, dead rappers.
He talk about all the deals.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And, don't nobody like him, but he didn't establish a platform.
Yeah.
And he was just into it with who that Soldier Boy he made stuff.
Yeah, he made Soldier Boy.
So what his deal is about the rappers? What he don't like about the rappers?
He's saying that they the stuff they rap about.
He don't like the violence. He don't
Okay.
like.
You
he
rap
don't like
about
'em.
killing. I think he's saying some good stuff, but he's saying it wrong. That's what a lot of
He
people
going
are
too
saying.
hard with it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's ruffling a lot of feathers.
Yeah.
When he talk, like I said, he talk about all the dead rappers.
Yeah.
He talk about all the dead rappers.
He gonna cut them. He gonna cut their head off and they friends because they did in the body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all this type.
Yeah,
of
he'll
stuff.
talk about a rapper that got killed because that's what he rapped about.
Yeah.
Then he gonna talk about a friend because they ain't did nothing because he got
They did
killed.
in the body.
I think the rappers they just using the medium that's available
That's
to
available
them
to 'em.
to make money.
It's entertainment.
And,
It's
uh,
entertainment.
I seen. I was looking at Drink Champs the other night, and to my surprise, they had Patti LaBelle on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On Drink Champs, the latest episode. You watch Drink Champs? Okay, Drink Champs is a podcast with Noriega and
Okay, I've seen
and
seen
DJ
some of it.
EFN.
Yeah.
It's Revolt, Puffy thing, I guess. And all they do, they drink and they get high, but it's celebrities, mostly rappers, singers, different celebrities. And they had Patti LaBelle on there, and but they weren't smoking. But she said, "Y'all want to smoke,
Yeah.
smoke." And Patti LaBelle said, "I love gangster rap."
Yeah.
But I think what a lot of people saying is what you saying. What a lot of people see is that it's a platform and it's making black people, a lot of young black people, millionaires.
Right.
Now the thing is what they turn around and do with that
Do
money.
with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, what they turn around and do with that money. And I think she kind of was saying the same thing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Because it is way more money in that rap shit nowadays.
Oh yeah.
And,
I mean, way more
oh yeah.
from
Oh yeah.
from the ghetto boys when they first hit and all that type
Right.
of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, when they were getting ripped off.
right.
Well, maybe not Ghetto Boy. Did Scarface? Didn't he have his own label
I don't think he
from the
did.
beginning?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
He was on Rap a Lot.
He was always
the whole
on
time.
No,
Rap
Rap
a
a
Lot.
Lot Records. That was his.
Yeah.
No, that's
Jay Prince.
Jay Prince. Okay, okay.
Yeah, Jay Prince.
Okay.
Like, still is to that day.
But yeah.
Jay Prince filthy rich. Jay Prince got islands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that he
But
made
it
it. I
ain't
think
just
he.
the record owner now that's making money.
Right.
The artist
The
making
artist
money.
making
now.
money.
So,
Yeah.
it's a difference. And just like what you were saying, Roger, what said Patti LaBelle was really hitting on.
Yeah.
And what's really going on now is what you doing with all that money.
Yeah,
what
what-
you're doing
what-
is creating RICO cases.
Yeah, yeah, you can't
know
do
what
that.
I'm saying?
And that's the thing. That's what we talked about last time, man. It's a known fact, and I was looking at a list of rappers that got killed. Most of them get killed right there at home.
Yeah.
Right.
In their own hood.
Right.
Now, my thing is, if I become a multi-millionaire, I might come to Crenshaw every blue moon. But I'm not hanging out in the village no more. I'm just being honest with you. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring my people where I'm at.
Right.
Do that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
You know, if I got a mansion over here off Pike Road, hey,
Yeah.
y'all come on over here.
Yeah.
Y'all barbecue in the village, load the grill up and bring it out
Yeah.
here to Pike Road
Yeah.
or wherever I'm living at. You see what I'm saying? I got the pool. I got it. Y'all come on out here. Let's hang out here. Now, you're going to go out there and hang out and get shot.
Yeah.
And I'll get caught up in somebody else stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the biggest thing, man. You know, when you got a dude like Young Dolph got killed in Memphis. Okay, you beefing with guys in Memphis.
Right.
You know, unless you thought it was just for play.
Yeah.
You know, them folks for real, man. And
Yeah.
when it get like that in any situation, I'm not above removing myself from the situation.
Hey, I know I ain't.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? You know, because the way I try to live my life now, I done survived a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
That, you know, I consider myself lucky, so.
Yeah.
And then that's another thing that the military teach you. It teach you to sense danger.
Yeah.
You understand? And yeah, it's time to get on up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I agree to a certain extent as far as, you know what I'm saying, because some of it really don't make no sense. You know,
Yeah.
you exercise your mind to change your situation.
Yeah.
So,
And then you should change it.
Yes,
Even to the point where, I mean, you got like Young Thug and them in their situation,
Yeah.
man. Once you get them that money, man, you need to. I think I ain't saying you leave people behind, but if they ain't trying to elevate too, then you leave them behind.
Yeah. You can't take everybody with you.
No, exactly. If you ain't trying to get here on the left, you look at somebody like Jay-Z. Or you look at LeBron. They bring them boys with them.
yeah.
And I imagine they had to leave some of them
Oh, yeah.
in Akron and over
You
in,
made mine one right.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
He brought the one
But
that
the
was
one that was
business-minded.
good, he brought them with him.
That
And you
wanted to
still
do
out here
something.
Right.
in these streets, and I'm talking about making millions of dollars
Yeah.
the
Right.
right way. That don't coincide, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care if you was a gangster. Once you make that money, I mean, if you look at the mob, you see what happened to gangsters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They eventually, they in that mob stuff long enough, they either get killed or they go to prison.
Yeah.
You know, and both sometimes.
Those
So
are two choices.
I think that's the main thing with rap, man. Them guys, they gotta just figure out that, and even with the people listening to you gotta understand this just a story this man
Yeah,
telling
that's
for the
it.
most
It's
part.
entertaining.
You know, it's the same thing with a movie you watch. You watch Fast and Furious 3, you know you can't get in no car and do what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
So what make you think you can do what he?
Well, you got to think about who listening to rap though. You got, you got a lot of young, undeveloped minds, and you know, maybe little to no guidance.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
like you said, they believe in it.
Yeah.
They ain't got nobody to show them nothing different. So they believe in the stories that's being told,
Yeah.
and they think they acting it out.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and then you end up getting caught up. You know, you can't be that. I think Plies was on he did a little video. He's like, if you got something going for you, you got to leave the streets in the street.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
be on no college campus, you know, on a football team or basketball team talking about you from the streets.
Yeah.
You know, leave that in the streets if you're trying to do better for yourself. Cause don't nobody, the guys that's on that field or on that team with you, they trying to leave that stuff
They
in the
trying to
street.
better
They
themselves.
trying to better themselves. They trying to
Exactly.
make it to the league or get that NIL deal.
Exactly.
We was talking about earlier. So you can't be about the streets. I don't think I ever was a street dude.
Yeah.
You know. And that's good. This country living was good
Right,
for me.
right,
You know, we
right.
just hung out on the block
hung
and
out,
you know, maybe did a little shoplifting from time to time out of
know,
Food World or
we
something
gonna tear
like
Food
that.
World up,
Go
you
tear
know
them
what
up.
I'm saying?
But you know, it was just
But it was good fun.
it was good fun. You know, it was harmless. We went out here
Yeah.
trying to rob nobody or,
Yeah.
or nothing crazy like that.
Yeah.
We was just out hanging out, having fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about being raised in the country.
Right.
And just trying to find something to do fun. I mean, raiding plum trees, you know,
Yeah.
just dumb stuff like
I
that.
do that today.
You still
I
got it
hit them
in.
plums.
You don't see them no more though, man. They don't. The plums and I was expressing that to somebody earlier that you don't see the like the
Plum and
plums and
peach
peach trees
Them
and
big
pear
peach-
trees.
Yeah.
And you could back when we were growing up, you can find one anywhere.
Anywhere, in any
Anywhere.
backyard.
You might be walking through the woods and be a big old peach tree
Yeah,
right there.
Right there. And tear it up.
Yeah. But
I believe they cut them down though, man. Majority of people cut them down.
I think
All
you
this
know
building.
what they do with peaches and fruit these days. it's most people buy them out the store, and what the store do to them is they not the store but the farmers. A lot of those fruit they what you call make it to where the seed won't ferment. I don't know if they do that on purpose, but the process of something they do. Processing, growing them, a lot of them they see, and I found it because I planted some, and then somebody told me, another guy at work told me about it. I said, man, they ain't gonna grow because they make them like that till they won't grow. Well, back then we was getting plums and stuff from people, and when you
Right.
got finished, you throw them
throw 'em
seeds
out
out,
there,
and
and
there
that's-
go
you
your
got-
there go your
you
tree.
got a tree, yeah.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So they
So they
I
took
think
the
that's
hard
what.
out on that.
Yeah, I guess they probably do it on purpose so you can't grow them.
Can't
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah. But you know what?
Do clans still grow them up there?
Yeah, they
Clans still grow?
yeah. They gonna always grow peaches up there.
They
Yeah,
know, yeah,
they got a
big
water tower will look like a peach. And then you go by that. I mean, once you go up towards Clanton, it's all kind of little fruit stands, little independent fruit stands going up through there, and fruit and vegetable stands. I used to see it all the time. But you got some around here, but like I said, don't grow that much like that. But I guess
They don't
we,
taste the same no more.
yeah, we'll wrap this up, man. We appreciate you coming through.
My pleasure,
And,
man.
Great to have you, Said It,
I
Boo.
appreciate it. Good talk.
Friend of time. What next for you though? You retire and just do nothing after you finish your RTC.
That's the thing right now. I'm trying to find something to do before I retire. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah?
You know, you think you want to retire, man? Sit at home for about a week with
Yeah.
nothing to do.
Like, shit, man, I can do something.
You gotta do
get
something.
bored. You gotta do something.
Yeah, you gotta do something. So as soon as I find what's next, I'm gonna do junior RTC about 5-10 more years, and hopefully
Yeah.
I can find something to do. But it's gonna be something I do on my own terms.
Yeah.
Waking up when I want to wake up, and going to work when I want to go to work. So it'll be on my own terms. But once I find that, then yeah, I'm gonna retire and just live off what I got.
That's what's up.
What's up,
Yep.
man? That's the American dream.
All right, man. We appreciate you coming through.
All right.
All right, this is a conversation.
Nice to have you, Doc.
I appreciate it.